The idea that the root of suffering is attachment stems from various philosophical and spiritual traditions, particularly in Eastern philosophies such as Buddhism and Hinduism. It suggests that our attachments to people, things, ideas, and outcomes are ultimately the cause of our suffering and dissatisfaction in life. By exploring this idea further, we can delve into its implications and understand how it relates to our experiences. Attachment can be defined as an emotional or psychological bond that we form with someone or something. It arises from our desires, expectations, and clinging to certain outcomes or circumstances. When we become attached, we develop a dependency on external factors for our happiness and well-being. We believe that possessing or achieving these things will bring us lasting satisfaction and fulfillment. However, life is inherently impermanent and ever-changing. Nothing remains the same, and situations constantly fluctuate. When we are attached, we become vulnerable to the unpredictability of life. We experience suffering when our attachments are threatened, unfulfilled, or lost altogether. This suffering can manifest as disappointment, grief, frustration, anxiety, or even anger. Moreover, attachment often leads to a perpetual cycle of craving and aversion. We desire what we don't have and become averse to what we don't want. This constant striving for more or trying to avoid certain experiences perpetuates our dissatisfaction. We are caught in a state of longing and resistance, unable to find lasting peace and contentment. The root of suffering lies in our identification with our attachments. We mistakenly believe that our identity, happiness, and sense of self-worth are contingent upon external circumstances. We tie our self-esteem to our possessions, relationships, achievements, and societal expectations. As a result, we are vulnerable to the ups and downs of life, constantly seeking validation and security outside of ourselves. To alleviate suffering, many philosophies and spiritual practices suggest cultivating non-attachment or detachment. This does not imply a state of indifference or apathy, but rather a balanced and wise relationship with the world. Non-attachment involves recognizing the impermanence of all things and letting go of excessive clinging and grasping. By cultivating non-attachment, we develop a sense of inner freedom and peace. We learn to appreciate and enjoy the present moment without constantly yearning for something different or resisting what is. We become less reactive to life's ups and downs and more accepting of the natural ebb and flow of existence. Practicing mindfulness and self-awareness can help us observe our attachments and understand their underlying causes. Through introspection, we can gain insight into our desires, fears, and patterns of attachment. By embracing impermanence and accepting the inevitability of change, we can loosen our grip on attachments and find greater equanimity. In conclusion, the idea that the root of suffering is attachment emphasizes the role our desires and attachments play in perpetuating our dissatisfaction and distress. By recognizing and understanding our attachments, we can cultivate non-attachment and find greater freedom, peace, and contentment in life.